The reality of life. There comes a moment in everyone's life where everything becomes quiet for a second. Not physically quiet, mentally quiet. A moment where you stop distracting yourself long enough to think. And when that moment comes, you begin to realize something strange. Most people are not really living. They're repeating routines, repeating habits, repeating the same days over and over again while calling it life. Wake up, go to work or school, scroll for hours, sleep, repeat. And somewhere inside all of that noise, people lose themselves without even noticing. The scary part is, society makes this feel normal. Because from the time we're born, we're taught to follow a path that someone else created. Get good grades, get accepted, get a job, make money, buy things, be successful. But nobody stops to ask the most important question. Why? Why are we doing any of this? What is success really worth if you're miserable while achieving it? Why do so many people feel empty, even after getting everything they once dreamed of? The truth is, modern life has distracted people from understanding themselves. Most people know more about celebrities, trends, and strangers online than they know about their own minds. And that's the reality of life. A lot of people spend their entire existence running away from themselves, the illusion of having it figured out. One of the biggest lies people believe is that adults eventually figure life out. But the older you get, the more you realize something. Nobody truly knows what they're doing. Some people are simply more confident in their uncertainty. Everyone is trying to understand life while pretending they already understand it. That person you admire, they struggle too. The people who seem happiest online, many of them feel empty in private. The successful businessman, the attractive influencer, the person everyone envies. They all have problems nobody sees, because pain does not care about money, status, or appearance. And social media has created a world where people perform happiness instead of feeling it. People post perfect moments while silently fighting battles they never talk about. Loneliness, anxiety, depression, fear of failure, fear of being forgotten. The reality of life is that every human being is carrying something heavy. Some are just better at hiding it. Time is your most valuable possession. One day you'll realize that time was the most important thing you ever had. Not money, not popularity, not followers, time. Because everything in life can return except time. Every second that passes disappears forever. And most people waste years living like they have unlimited tomorrows. They delay their dreams, delay their happiness, delay becoming who they want to be. I'll start later. I'll change someday. I have time. But life is unpredictable. Some people leave this world before they ever get the chance to become themselves. And that's why the reality of life can feel terrifying. Nothing is guaranteed. Not your future, not your health, not even the people around you. One day, someone you love will say goodbye for the last time, and neither of you will realize it's the last time. That's how fragile life is, and maybe that sounds dark, but it should wake you up. Because once you understand that life is temporary, you start appreciating things differently. Sunsets feel different, conversations feel different, even silence feels different. You stop chasing meaningless validation and start valuing moments that actually matter. People spend their lives chasing approval. One of the saddest realities of life is how much people care about what others think. People are terrified of judgment, terrified of standing out, terrified of failure, terrified of being seen as different. So they hide who they truly are. They wear masks to fit into a world that rewards conformity. But here's the truth. No matter what you do, people will judge you anyway. If you fail, they judge you. If you succeed, they judge you. If you stay quiet, they judge you. If you speak up, they judge you. So why spend your entire life trying to satisfy people who will never fully understand you? Most people are too focused on your flaws because they're insecure about their own. And once you realize that, something changes. You stop living for approval. You start living for yourself. Pain changes. Pain is one of the few things in life that almost everyone understands. Nobody escapes it. Some people experience heartbreak. Some experience betrayal. Some lose people they love. Some battle their own minds every single day. Pain changes people. Sometimes it destroys them, but sometimes it rebuilds them into someone stronger. The reality of life is that growth is painful. Nobody becomes wiser without struggle. Nobody becomes emotionally strong without suffering. The strongest people you know are usually the ones who survive things they never talk about. And maybe pain exists for a reason, not to punish us, but to teach us, because some lessons only make sense after suffering. Sometimes losing people teaches you self-respect. Sometimes failure teaches you discipline. Sometimes loneliness teaches you who you really are. Pain has a strange way of revealing truth. Nobody is coming to save you. At some point in life, you realize something difficult. Nobody's coming to rescue you. Nobody can fix your life for you. People can support you. People can guide you. People can love you. But in the end, your future depends on your decisions. And that realization is both painful and powerful. Because the moment you stop waiting for someone else to change your life, you take control of it yourself. Most people stay stuck because they wait for motivation. But motivation is temporary. Discipline changes lives. The reality of life is that small actions repeated every day shape your future more than giant moments ever will. A person who improves 1% every day becomes unrecognizable over time. And most people underestimate how much their life can change in a single year of consistency. Happiness is simpler than people think. Modern society convinces people that happiness comes from achievement, more money, more attention, more success. But many people spend their entire lives chasing more, only to feel empty when they finally get it. Because happiness is rarely found where society tells you to look. Sometimes happiness is simple: a quiet morning, a deep conversation, a walk at night, music that understands your emotions, people who genuinely care about you. The reality of life is that peace is more valuable than attention, and once you understand that, your priorities begin to change. Final message. At the end of the day, life is strange, beautiful, confusing, painful, temporary. Nobody has all the answers. We're all learning as we go. Some people are lost, some are healing, some are pretending to be okay. But every human being is trying to find meaning in their own existence. And maybe that's what connects all of us. So don't waste your life trying to become what everyone else wants. Become someone you're proud of. Take the risk. Start the dream. Tell people you love them. Be honest about your feelings. Appreciate the moments that exist right now. Because one day, these moments will only exist as memories. And in the end, the reality of life is simple. Nothing lasts forever. So while you're here, live fully.